On my last trip to Walt Disney World, I visited a staggering 34 restaurants on Disney property. So today, I'm going to rank the quick service restaurants I went to help you know which ones you should visit during your next trip to Disney World. My name is Sophie from Most Magical Guides, and I make videos all about how to plan trips to Walt Disney World and to Disneyland Paris, filled with lots of helpful tips and advice. And I also vlog my own trips. So if you like solo or adult trips, or you'd like to know about vegan food at Disneyland Paris and Disney World, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I have been planning this trip for many years, so I've done lots and lots of research over what restaurants got really good reviews, where you could find the best quick service restaurants at Disney World. So I tended to pick these because I already had a good idea in advance of where the better food could be found. So just know, going into my trip, I'd already weeded out some of the restaurants that don't get such great reviews, so I was already going in knowing that I was probably going to have some pretty awesome food. And I have to say, the food had improved so much since my visit before this one. This time I had so much amazing food, and if you have seen my vlog series, it became a bit of a joke because I just kept saying this is the best thing I've had, and you know, if you just say that all the time, it loses all meaning. So today I'm actually going to break down my rankings for the quick service restaurants to help you see which ones really were the best. I recently did a video where I ranked the breakfast buffets and character dining experiences that I went to, so I will put that in the description down below and up here, and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I'm going to also be doing a video all about the table service restaurants that I went to and ranking them, so you know which table service restaurants you should get reservations for. So I am a Disney vegan, so all of the options I had were the plant-based options, which are suitable for vegans, and they have the little plant sign so you know which ones you can order. So if you are a vegan heading to Disney World soon, I hope this will help you be able to see which vegan options are fantastic and where you can find them. When I was researching where I was going to find vegan food in Disney World, there were some channels that were invaluable to me, so I want to give a big shout out to Princess and the Bear, Vegan Disney Food and Vegan Disney World. In the description down below, I'll put a link to their YouTube channels and their social media pages so you can go and check out the reviews yourself. During my time at Walt Disney World, I actually visited 12 different quick service restaurants across the property, so today I'm going to rank them so you can see which ones you might want to go to when you visit Disney World. So let's dive straight in. At number 1 is Satu'li Canteen in Animal Kingdom. Now this is a quick service restaurant that literally everyone recommends, and it lives up to the hype. The food here is super delicious, and it's also kind of different to regular theme park fare that you might find, like burgers, pizzas, hot dogs, things like that. Here they specialise in build your own bowls, so you pick a protein, a base and a sauce, and you can choose from a variety of different things, put them together and create your own bowl. So the vegan option here was a crispy chili spiced tofu, and then you can choose either a potato hash or a rice and bean base, and the sauce was a charred onion vinaigrette. I went with the potato hash because potatoes are life, and this dish was unbelievably delicious. Yeah, that is really good. The tofu is really crisp on the outside, which is really nice. And it's got a little kick of heat. The onion vinaigrette is really good, and the potatoes are really soft. When you have a bite with all of it together, it's amazing. This is such a good meal. There was a hint of spice to it. There is a little kick, which at Disney World, I found that when they say something spicy, it tends to not have any spice at all. But with this, you could actually taste it a little bit, which was really nice. However, it wasn't super hot. It's not going to blow your socks off. But if you do like spicy foods, it's nice to be able to get that little bit of a kick in this dish. The tofu was so nice because it did have like the crispy outside and the soft in the middle. The potatoes were really great. They were cooked really nice, so again they had a really good texture and flavour, and the sauce was so tasty and it really pulled the dish together. This is a restaurant I would absolutely go back to, and it's probably going to become a regular thing. Probably every trip I will go here. The food is just so good. The restaurant lives up to the hype. It definitely deserves its reputation as one of the best quick service restaurants in the whole of Walt Disney World, and I would highly recommend putting this on your list on your next trip. So number 2 on the list is Blaze Pizza at Disney Springs. Now pretty much everyone likes pizza, and the great thing about Blaze is you can pick your own toppings, so you can make the pizza of your dreams. You can make it exactly with the toppings you love, which is fantastic, and they have tons and tons of toppings to pick from. This is also also a really great value quick service restaurant, and one that again people rave about, and for good reason, because the food here is delicious. I really liked that you could customize your pizza to exactly how you wanted, and as a vegan it was fantastic because there were so many toppings I could choose from. Something else that I really appreciated was once I let them know I was vegan, the person that was serving me changed their gloves. They also asked if I would like to have ingredients that were from the bottom of the kind of containers so that there was no cross-contamination between maybe an ingredient that dropped in, and I think it's really nice that they had all of these extra levels to kind of make sure that your pizza absolutely is vegan. The pizza itself was amazing. The base was nice and thin and crispy. The ingredients tasted amazing together, really fresh, and as I say, the price is very good. So if you were looking for a quick, cheap, quick service meal, then this is the place to come when you're at Disney Springs. So I have got some broccoli, artichoke, olives, banana peppers, mushrooms, lots of great things. I'm very excited to try this. It's super tasty. The ingredients are all really fresh. It only takes like a few minutes for them to make it, which is perfect, hence why they're called fast-fired pizzas. But this is definitely a great place to come, and it's a really good price as well. I think it's about $11.25 plus tax to build your own personal pizza, which is amazing. My number 3 pick is Regal Smokehouse at Epcot. This restaurant is famous for barbecue, and I'm not a massive fan of barbecue, but I had heard loads and loads about the vegan jackfruit sandwich you can get here. I'm so glad that I did go along with the recommendation because this was one of my favourite meals that I had in a quick service restaurant at Disney World. So this is what the cross section looks like. You have a patty, you also have the jackfruit on top, some tomato and lettuce, so it looks really tasty. This is unbelievably good. The flavour is amazing. You've got the really nice burger taste, which really does taste like a normal burger. You've got the barbecue jackfruit. The toast itself is incredible. So everything about this is amazing. The jackfruit in the barbecue sauce was really delicious. It had a really deep, nice flavour of barbecue. So if you're a barbecue fan, this has to go on your list. I also like that it came with Texas toast. So it was kind of like bread that had garlic, and it was just so delicious, and I couldn't get over it. Like, the bread itself is next level. This restaurant is also super big. There's loads of seating indoors, and there's also seating outdoors. So if it's a super hot day, you could come inside and get into the air conditioning. But if it's a lovely weather, you can sit outside, people watch as you're enjoying your beautiful barbecue meal. You get to choose a side that comes with the burger, and you can have either french fries or a pickle if you are vegan. I went with the french fries. They're really good. They're already seasoned. They're really well seasoned. They're skin on fries, and they're really crunchy, like crispy on the outside but soft on the inside, so they're like perfect fries. And I also went for a berry punch, I think that's what it's called, a berry punch. It's very nice. It tastes almost like bubble gum, but it's very sweet. So I do find sometimes you're like, okay, I need some water now to get rid of the sweetness. But at least it's encouraging you to drink more. All the fluids is good in Florida. Regal Smokehouse is in the America Pavilion at Epcot, so it's kind of halfway around World Showcase. So it can be a really great option for lunch because you might naturally be in that area of the park at that time of the day. So if you're looking for a quick service restaurant in Epcot, this would be my number 1 pick. Coming in at number 4 is Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo in Hollywood Studios. I keep wanting to say this is a brand new restaurant, but really it's just a new restaurant to me. It's been open since 2019, but this is in Galaxy's Edge, so it's a Star Wars themed restaurant. The decor is really cool inside, and the food is really great too. I ordered the Felucian kefta and hummus garden spread, and this was such a great vegan meal. The kefta is made with Impossible meat, so it's got that really great meaty taste. So if you do like faux meat, this is a good option, but it also has really delicious hummus, and it also comes with salad and pita bread. So it is a lighter meal, but it's so flavorful that I would go here immediately again. It was so good, and in the Florida heat, it's kind of like the perfect type of dish you want. I have come to Docking Bay 7 for some dinner. I've got the Felucian kefta and hummus garden spread and some moose juice, so I'm going to try that now. mix of sherbet. Really, really refreshing, really nice. So let's try the food. The kefta are really, really good. They taste exactly like what you would think a kefta or a kebab would taste like a shish kebab. You also get like a relish, a tomato and cucumber relish, which is really fresh and nice. And then the hummus is really creamy and good. This works really well together. Hollywood Studios has always been a park where people talk about there's not lots of restaurants to choose from and it can be a bit lacking when it comes to food. So the expansion of Galaxy's Edge has brought some great dining into this park, and Docking Bay 7 is definitely somewhere you should stop by. And at number 5 is Ronto Roasters. This is the other quick service location in Galaxy's Edge, and the food is also excellent here. In Ronto Roasters, you can get wraps that have various different fillings, so they can be great for either a meal or a snack. Something I really like about Ronto Roasters is that it serves both breakfast and lunch and dinner. So here they have 2 different types of wraps depending on whether you're visiting for breakfast or dinner, and that means you have to go twice, right? So that is exactly what I did. For breakfast I went here and I had the Bright Suns wrap, which had just egg and then a chickpea slaw in it. It was a really nice start to the day. It was filling enough for a breakfast and the flavours were amazing. I also visited for lunch where I had the Zucchi wrap, and this has a spear of courgette in it and then also the same chickpea slaw. It was slightly spicy. It was just very, very good, really, really flavourful. So I am here in Galaxy's Edge. I've gone to Ronto Roasters for lunch and I've got the Zucchi wrap, which is the plant-based option. It looks amazing. It looks like it could be quite messy, and I'm wearing a white t-shirt, so we'll see how it goes. So I've just finished my Zucchi wrap. It was really, really good. It came with like a chickpea and carrot slaw that was quite spicy, which I really liked. It was nice. It was quite messy. My white t-shirt survived. White t-shirt win. But it was really, really good. The only downside I would say is these can be a little bit messy. You do get like a little paper wrapper which does help collect any of the like juice or sauce that falls out, but definitely get some napkins if you're gonna eat this. But again, both of these wraps I would have again. It was so nice to be able to have a vegan breakfast inside a Disney park because that's so rare, but also both of them were really flavourful, really tasty, and it is nice that if you're looking for a lighter meal or a heavier snack, you have these really fantastic options. I put Docking Bay 7 slightly higher than Ronto Roasters simply for the fact that it feels more like a whole meal, whereas at Ronto Roasters it could be more snacky if you wanted it to be. Number 6 on the list is D-Luxe Burger at Disney Springs. The vegan option here is a vegan cheeseburger, and although that is kind of a basic type of burger, it was so delicious. The burger itself was made from Beyond Meat, so you have that really delicious kind of like char grilled taste, and then all of the other ingredients were super, super fresh. I also ordered some skin on fries that were really perfectly seasoned. If you are looking for a fantastic burger, you cannot go wrong with coming to D-Luxe Burger. It tastes like a Beyond patty. I love Beyond beef burger patties. They're so tasty. There's also some like thick cut gherkins in here. So this is a very, very nice burger. Yeah, the fries are really good. If you are looking for just a classic burger that tastes really good, then I would definitely recommend coming here. It's really, really tasty. It's got everything you need. It's just like a plain burger. It's not got any weird combinations inside it, and the fries are really, really good too. I also thought the prices at D-Luxe Burger were really good. Disney Springs does have a lot of different restaurants to choose from, and because of that, the prices tend to be a little bit cheaper than inside the parks. So if you're looking for something speedy and tasty, heading over to Disney Springs and going to D-Luxe Burger is a great option. Coming in at number 7 is Rose and Crown Pub in Epcot. You can find this British pub in the UK Pavilion, and the vegan option here is actually not listed on the menu. It's kind of like a secret menu option, which is very exciting. Now, Rose and Crown does also have a dining room, which is a table service restaurant where they have vegan options, but I went to the pub side and I ordered the off-menu vegan fish and chips. When you speak to the cast members, they will know exactly exactly what you mean. It's not so secret that it's kind of like we'll have to go and check with the chef. They do know what you mean, it's just not on the menu. I really enjoyed this meal. You got some mini faux fish fillets that were in batter, and then you also got some chunky chip shop chips that came with it. This was probably one of the best vegan versions of fish and chips I've ever actually had, so I very much enjoyed that. It was a taste of home. So I just had dinner from the Rose and Crown pub. It was actually really good. I ordered the vegan fish and chips. It is off menu, so you won't find it on the menu, but they do have it. But they said it would take about 20 minutes to make the food, but within like 5 minutes they'd already made it. It was amazing. I went and sat down outside. It was quite noisy, so I didn't film me actually eating it, but the food was very good. The pub itself is very small. There's only a handful of tables and mostly people stand at the bar to drink, but if you do go outside there is seating. They have some umbrellas as well, and it's really nice out there because you're right by the lake in the middle of Epcot, so you can see all around World Showcase, and it's just a really nice place to sit. It operates like a usual pub in the UK, so there's no queue, you just go up to the bar. But what's funny is people have started a queue, so if you go in the main door there will be a big queue. If you go in the side door you just go up to the bar and order. No queue. It's funny because obviously British people, we love queuing, but at a pub, no queue. You just go to the bar and line up long ways rather than the other way. Coming in at number 8 on the list is Woody's Lunchbox. This is a Toy Story themed quick service location in Hollywood Studios. The dish this restaurant is most famous for are the tachos, so of course I got the plant-based version. This is potato barrels covered in chili. It also had some vegan sour cream and cheese, and it was really nice. Also on the menu they do have a vegan cheddar sandwich, which I love that all of the dishes here are kind of nostalgic of childhood, what you think of American childhood foods. So I love that there's 2 options too, and they're both ones that most people would enjoy. This is a really popular quick service location, so I would recommend mobile ordering early in the day from here. You can mobile order from any time and then just select which time you'd like to turn up later in the day. So do that early as you can so that you can get a good time slot for the time you preferably like to eat. I really love the theming of the seating here. They have the little baby bell seats and they have lots of different childhood toys. They have like the swinging monkeys hanging up. It's just very cute. The seating at Woody's Lunchbox is all outdoors and there isn't tons of it. It is one of these restaurants where they will dissuade people from sitting down before they have purchased their food so that people that already have their food can sit down. So we are at Woody's Lunchbox. I've got the plant-based tachos. When I ordered they actually asked do you want them vegan or vegetarian, because they will give you dairy cheese if you ask, but obviously I wanted them vegan. It is super duper busy here, so we've managed to find like a little bench to sit on rather than a table, and we're making do, so let's see what Woody's is like. I fell in love with potato barrels when I was in the US. It's not something we really have here very often, but in Disney World I had them a lot, so this dish I really enjoyed. The chili on top was flavourful but not spicy, so it's something that would appeal to most people, and I do love the kind of nostalgia of these childhood type foods. At number 9 is Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Inn. During my trip I did the Keys to the Kingdom tour, which is excellent, and you should definitely do it if you'd like to learn more about Magic Kingdom and go behind the scenes. But what was included as part of the tour was lunch at this quick service restaurant. This restaurant comes highly recommended as one of the better quick service restaurants in Magic Kingdom, so I was so excited to try here. I had the veggie rice bowls. There was some rice, there was some beans and some grilled vegetables, and it was a really tasty meal. And what was really great is it was kind of all whole foods, so you didn't have any processed or faux meats, and that's something people are kind of really desperately trying to find at Disney World, because there are a lot of meals that do have faux meats. So if you're trying to avoid that, this is a really good option. The food here was super flavourful and fresh. There's also a toppings bar, so you can kind of jazz up your dish if you'd like, and you can also order a side of guacamole to make it a bit more interesting. So I sadly didn't get any video or photographs at this restaurant because as part of the Keys of the Kingdom tour you aren't allowed to take any video or photographs. But I would say if you were looking for somewhere where you can get some fresh tasty food without faux meat, then this is a fantastic option in Magic Kingdom. At number 10 is Casey's Corner. This is a staple quick service restaurant on Main Street. You can find it in a lot of the other Disney parks in the world, and if you are looking for a hot dog to sit in front of the castle and the hub, you have to go to Casey's as part of the Disney experience. There are 2 vegan hot dogs here, the loaded slaw dog or just a regular vegan hot dog, so I went for the loaded slaw dog. It seemed to a bit more jazzy, a bit more interesting, and I'm so glad I did. Again, the flavour in this dish was very, very good. The slaw on top is something I've never actually had with a hot dog, but I very much enjoyed that. The sausage was also really, really tasty itself. It was very good. So I am at Casey's Corner and I've got the loaded slaw dog. It looks really nice. It's got lots of little toppings. It looks like it could be quite messy, so wish me luck. Let's see how it goes. It's the same sausage that I've had for breakfast. I don't know what brand it is, but it's so good. And the slaw on top, you've got like some roasted corn, a little bit of coleslaw obviously, and an aioli. And it's a really nice blend of flavours. Only downside, it was very, very messy. So make sure you have some napkins with you to catch any of those bits that are falling off. Okay, we've got a casualty. I've dropped some of the slaw on the dress. I also got a really great mint julep from here. It was super refreshing, the perfect drink on a hot Florida day. And I would come back specifically for that drink. I also ordered the frozen mint julep. So I'm very excited. Another frozen drink. I love a frozen drink. That's nice. That's really tasty. That'll be nice to sip on whilst walking around Main Street. It's gonna be perfect. I would say that this hot dog isn't one that I'm in a rush to go and get again, but that's mostly because it was messy. Magic Kingdom can be a little lacking when it comes to good quick service options, so if you are looking for something as vegan, I would definitely say Casey's Corner is a great place to come. Coming in at number 11 is Intermission Food Court. This is at the All-Star Music Resort, which was one of the resorts I stayed in during my 3-week trip. Being a value resort, honestly, I wasn't expecting much for the quick service food here. I was expecting it to be rather basic, maybe a little bland, maybe not the best quality, but I was really surprised. I actually ended up eating here twice during my trip. One time I had a Carolina style barbecue burger, and then I also had a salad from here. It was great that there were quite a few different vegan options at this location, which again I wasn't expecting from a quick service at a value resort. My favourite of the two dishes was the barbecue burger. The flavour was amazing. It was such a great burger. The jackfruit that it had inside it was very, very flavourful. The patty itself was really delicious. I would absolutely get this again. It was so tasty, and although it could have been just a basic simple burger, I love that they added the barbecue jackfruit to give it that extra zing. The Impossible Burger I got was super tasty. I don't know why, but I always think, oh, like quick service at a value resort, it'd probably just be like bog standard stuff. It was so good. It was so tasty, so I enjoyed that. The salad that I had here was made fresh in front of you, which again was super nice to see, and once again the Disney employees were fantastic. They went and changed their gloves before doing it. They also made sure that there was no cross-contamination with the ingredients, so I really loved that extra attention to detail when they were making it for a vegan. So I was going to grab something to take back to the room, but it is now torrential rain, so I'm just going to eat here. The tuna, the plant-based tuna sandwiches are kept in the fridges, and they give you like the date to use them by and when they were prepared. But the salad is made fresh for you, so I went for the salad. It looks amazing. It's like a really big portion. You get onions, olives, chickpeas, lettuce, cucumber, tomato, plant-based tuna and pita bread, so it's like a really filling type salad. So I'm going to dive into that now. It comes with a really, really nice vinaigrette, but it's really well dressed, very, very tasty. It's a massive portion, and it was $10.99. Again, if you're looking for something that's more like a whole food meal rather than faux meats, this is a very good option. All the salad parts themselves were very, very fresh. The dressing was very nice. Mine had a little bit too much dressing for my liking, but the great thing was is you could have said, could I have less dressing? Oh, I don't like tomatoes, can you leave them out? You could mix and match and have the salad made the way you like, which I very much enjoyed. They do also have some pre-made salads and sandwiches in the refrigerators there, so if you don't want to wait to have one made for you, you could just pick that up and grab it and go, which is really nice as well. I like that this dish had a large range of different salad items, and it was actually a really, really large portion and so filling that I couldn't finish it, which for a salad you don't kind of expect it to be that filling, but this was massive and the ingredients were really good, so you just carried on devouring it and it was just perfect. I also had an amazing amazing breakfast at Intermission food court. So if you'd like to know about that, make sure you check out my other video where I ranked the breakfasts, buffets and character dining meals. And last on the list at number 12 is Rosie's All-American Cafe in Hollywood Studios. This quick service location serves a really unique and interesting quick service option of a vegan lobster roll. So the lobster was actually hearts of palm, and then it also comes with an Old Bay dressing inside a bun. I very much like that this was a super unique option, and again, no faux meat, so if that is something you are looking for, this is something to definitely try. So I've got the lobster roll. I'm really interested to try it. It's actually hearts of palm, which I think will be great. I love artichoke, and it looks very messy though. So I've got a knife, a fork and a spoon because some of it's already kind of fallen out, so I might eat the bits that have fallen out and then try and make the bun a more realistic size. I would say it was quite messy. Again, it's one you're going to need a lot of napkins for, and for me it was a little overdressed. There's probably too much dressing, but I think for the uniqueness alone it's definitely worth trying. So as you can see, I've fashioned a bib because it is very messy. So what I've done mostly is eaten the hearts of palm with a fork, so there's a little bit left in the bun. Interestingly, the bun is actually split in half. They've like completely cut it. So I would definitely advise using a fork to eat this, because if you try and pick the whole thing up, all the filling's going to fall out the bottom. So don't try that. It's very interesting. There's like an Old Bay sauce, that's primarily the flavour you get. It also comes with house-made chips, which are nice. Some of them are a bit soft, but it's been all good so far. It's nice just to have a different type of meal. I mean, it's a super unique thing to have like a vegan lobster roll, so very much enjoying this. When you visit Disney World, especially for a couple of weeks, it can get a bit samey if you're having a lot of burgers and typical theme park food. So I really like the fact that you have this very different option, and it's got no faux meat, so it's definitely appreciated to be able to have something like this in Hollywood Studios. It's not a dish that I would be rushing back to Hollywood Studios to get, mostly because, again, like Casey's, it was very messy and it was a little bit overdressed for my liking, but I still thought it was a really good option. So that is the ranking for all of the quick service restaurants I ate in at Walt Disney World. I have to say, none of these dishes were bad. I was very impressed that for quick service food, a lot of it was very delicious, unique, and it's just not what you would find in a typical theme park. I do really love that Disney do put a lot of thought into the foods they're making and try and make them more interesting than just bog standard theme park fare. Quick service dining is great because it's the cheapest way to eat at Disney World, and also you don't need to make any reservations. So if you just want to pop in somewhere and get something to eat, quick service dining is the way forward. Something that I really loved using whilst I was at Walt Disney World was the mobile order option. On My Disney Experience, you can actually order your food ahead of time, and then you just tap to let them know you're there, and then they will make the dish for you fresh, and it saves so much time. It was super simple to use mobile ordering. It was actually my first time doing it during this trip, and I will do it every other trip going forward. You simply select the restaurant you'd like to eat in, the food you'd like, the time you'd like, and then you just pay already on the app. You don't need to be doing anything else, messing about with getting money out. It's already all done for you. Once it gets to your selected time slot time, you just head to the restaurant. In the app, let them know you're there, and then they make the food fresh for you. I love being able to use mobile order early in the day, so if I knew I was going to be in Pandora around lunchtime and I wanted to go to Satu'li Canteen, I would book it in the morning, select the time slot that I would like, and then I knew I was skipping out on queuing. I knew I wouldn't have a long wait, and it was just so handy. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it has helped you know where you can find some of the best quick service vegan options at Disney World. Coming up soon, I'll be having a video where I rank all of the table service restaurants I ate at Walt Disney World, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss that. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a most magical day. Bye bye.